Okay, so we were doing cardiac cycle. Cardiac cycle is a sequence of events which occur in a single heartbeat. Okay, it has atrial systole, atrial contractions, that is 0.15 seconds, ventricular systole, that is ventricular contraction, that is 0.30 seconds, and joint diastole, both relaxation. Okay, all the four chambers are in a relaxed state, 0.40 seconds. So total single heartbeat, duration of cardiac cycle 0.85 seconds. Okay. Now, how does the impulse get conducted through the muscles of the heart? Remember, if I have to move my hand or move my leg, the impulse comes from my brain, that is cerebrum. But during cardiac contraction, ventricular contraction, the impulse does not come from cerebrum. It comes from the heart muscle itself. Okay? And what is that group of muscles which generate impulse for contraction of cardiac impulse called, or cardiac muscle called? That group of muscle, it's called node, and the generation of cardiac impulse is by SA node, sinoatrial node. Children, I'll write here sinoatrial node. Okay, so sinoatrial node generates the impulse for contraction of heart muscle. From the sinoatrial node, where is the sinoatrial node located? It is located in right atrium, where the vena cava opens. So sinoatrial node. From there it goes to the AV node, atrioventricular node. Okay, AV node is atrioventricular node. From there it goes where there is the interventricular septum. There is a bundle, and that's called bundle of His. His is surname of a scientist. And bundle of His, there are branches called Purkinje fibers. From Purkinje fibers, they will go into each ventricle. Okay, Purkinje also name of a scientist. So children, please see, impulse of muscular contraction in the heart generated by or begins at sinoatrial node, okay, in the right atrium. From there it goes up to atrioventricular node. From atrioventricular node it goes to a bundle called bundle of His. From bundle of His it goes to group of branching fibers called Purkinje, and then into the muscles of the heart. So this is conduction of impulse through the muscles of the heart. Remember children, because sinoatrial node is generating impulse, it determines the rate and the pace at which the heart beats. The number of time it is going to generate impulse, the number of time the heart is going to beat. So therefore children, sinoatrial node is called pacemaker of the heart. It is called pacemaker. This is a natural pacemaker. If this is damaged, then you doctors can do an operation in which they put a artificial pacemaker made up of nickel cadmium battery. Okay, now what is double circulation? The blood is going through the heart following two different circuits. Okay, there is one type of circulation which is occurring between the heart and the lungs, that is pulmonary circulation, which has pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein. There is a second type of circulation that is occurring between heart and other parts of the body except the lungs. That is called systemic. Children, don't write systematic. It is systemic because it is going to the other systems. So heart and other parts of the body, systemic circulation. Heart and lungs के बीच में pulmonary circulation. Pulmonary circulation has pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein. Systemic circulation has the vena cava and the aorta. Okay, so that's double circulation. Artery, vein and capillary. What's an artery? If anybody asks you what's an artery, artery is a blood vessel which carries blood away from the heart to different parts of the body. Vein is a blood vessel which carries blood from different parts of the body to the heart. Okay, both of these are macroscopic. Artery has a thicker wall. The middle muscular layer is more thick, so blood flows in spurts. Okay, blood pressure is more, vein blood pressure is less. Arteries do not have valves, vein will have valves. Arteries are deep, veins are superficial. Then both artery and vein have three layers. External layer, tunica externa, made up of fibrous tissue. Middle layer, tunica media, made up of smooth muscle. And innermost, tunica interna, made up of endothelium. Actually squamous epithelium, but because it's inside it's called endothelium. Okay, remember in arteries the middle tunica media muscular tissue is more thick, so therefore arteries blood flows in a lot of force. Okay, so you will always feel an artery, but you will see a vein. Vein can be easily seen, it's superficial. You can't feel a vein because arteries blood throbs. Okay, branch of an artery is called arteriole. Branch of a vein is called venule. Now listen to me, children. Artery branches to form arteriole, which branches to form capillaries. Capillaries unite to form venule, and venule unites to form vein. Capillaries are microscopic blood vessels. Artery veins do not reach each and every cell. Capillaries go to each and every cell. Okay, they're very thin, only single layer thick, that is endothelium. It has only one layer, that is endothelium. What is the function of capillary? Basically diffusion. Diffusion of gases, diffusion of nutrients, waste between cells and the blood. This is done by capillaries. Capillaries can widen and narrow. In heat it widens, it's called vasodilation. In cold it narrows, it's called vasoconstriction. You've done this last year. Okay, blood pressure. The pressure exerted by the blood on the wall of the arteries is called blood pressure. Okay, during systole, ventricular contraction, it is 120 higher. Okay, therefore this is called systolic blood pressure. During ventricular relaxation, the blood pressure is comparatively less, so it is 80 mmHg. It is ventricular relaxation. So 120 upon 80 mmHg. Please don't remove a ratio or anything over here. So it is 120. It's written like this: 120 upon 80 mmHg mercury. Okay. So this is normal blood pressure. If the blood pressure increases more than 140 by 90 mmHg, it is called hypertension, high blood pressure. But you say hypertension. If it goes low, below 100 by 60, say below, it's called hypotension. Okay. Hepatic portal vein. Now what's a portal vein? A portal vein is a vein which starts as capillaries and ends as capillaries. Okay. The vein which connects the intestine to the liver is called hepatic portal vein. Now why should a vein connect intestine with the liver? For two reasons. Remember children, in intestine, starch is broken down to glucose. But this glucose has to be stored. But who stores glucose in our body? Liver stores glucose. So the glucose is taken from the intestine to the liver, and the liver stores that glucose as glycogen. Okay? Second reason. You know, proteins are broken down to form amino acids in the intestine. From the intestine, these amino acids are carried to the liver, and in liver they are first converted into ammonia and then converted into urea. So you need to detoxify the wastes, so that is done by the liver. So that's the function of hepatic portal vein. Children, please read the textbook very thoroughly. Huge chapter, diagrams are very important. Okay, go through the diagrams of heart. We couldn't do because of such conditions now, technical problems, so we couldn't do the heart diagram properly, but you read it from the textbook, just go through it. Okay, diagram of blood vessels, diagram of RBC, WBC, platelets. Do the charts properly in the textbook. Read textbook very, very thoroughly. Do the book back diagram based questions. Very, very important, children. Book back diagram based questions of this chapter are very important. Read the textbook thoroughly and do the book back diagram based question. I hope you've understood circulatory system. Thank you.